Hi, Charles. You must be,
I'm Rachel.
Rachel, yeah,
nice
Rachel.
to meet you. Thank you so much.
I'm looking forward to this.
So, can I start you off with some drinks? I'm Robert, by the way.
Absolutely. I'll take a Chardonnay.
The same, please.
Oh, that's cute. You're already getting the same thing.
Thank you.
Almost perfect for a Chardonnay.
I don't usually do this, the whole internet dating thing.
No, I know. First for me, too.
Yeah, it's a little scary. You know, you never know what you're gonna get.
Never, I know. So far, so good, though.
Yeah, definitely. So, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm an architect, and I love to hike. It's just my favorite thing. I like to travel around the world and find new places to hike.
Awesome.
What about you?
Well, I'm kind of married to my work, to be honest. I hold a very high regard. But when I do have some time off, I enjoy writing short stories, exploring my creative side, making Punnett squares, obviously, and leading a voice lecture at my local church.
I'm sorry. What kind of squares?
Excuse me?
You said something about squares.
Punnett squares.
Oh, and what is that?
You never heard of Punnett squares?
No, this is first.
What?
Oh, let me know.
You're kidding!
Please share.
Well, oh man, where do I start? Punnett squares, or as I like to call them, Punnett squares. That was just a little Punnett. But I have prepared this. So,
You see, all DNA-based organisms, including you and I, have both a genotype and a phenotype. The genotype is all of the genetic information that you got from your parents. The phenotype is what happens when that genetic information is expressed. Every phenotypic feature that may be passed down from one individual to its offspring is called a character, and each variation of that character is called a trait. For every character in an organism's phenotype, there is a specific part of the genotype which corresponds with it, called a gene. Typically, there are several different variations of any given gene. These are called alleles. In organisms which have diploid cells, like most mammals, there are two sets of every gene, which means two alleles of the same gene are used to determine what the phenotype will ultimately look like. If both of these alleles are the same, then it is said to be homozygous. But if the two alleles are different, it is said to be heterozygous. And in the case of most heterozygous traits, one allele will be stronger, or dominant, and the other will be weaker, or recessive. This results in only the dominant allele being expressed in the phenotype. Because diploid organisms receive one set of genes from each of their parents, we are able to mathematically predict the likely phenotype of a given organism using a Punnett square, as long as we know the genotype of both parents. Here's an example. Say that we have one flower which we know is homozygous for the alleles that determine the color white, which in this species is a recessive trait. And we have another flower which we know is homozygous for the alleles that determine the color purple, which is a dominant trait. If we use the Punnett square, we can find every single possible combination of alleles that an offspring of these two flowers could have. Because the allele for purple is dominant, and it appears in every possible pairing, we can determine that the likelihood of these parents producing a purple flower is 100%, and that they will never produce a white one.
and that's just about everything you need to know about Punnett squares. So, yeah.
This is very educational.
Thank you.
If you don't mind, I'm just going to step off to
We
little
can-
girl's room and powder my
Wait.
nose.
Well, why-
No, you order for me. I'll be back. Just give me a
Well,
minute.
wait.
Stay here.
Wait!
But I have your food right here, miss. It happened again, didn't it?
I don't know what I'm doing wrong, Robert.
Well, I brought dinner. It's another lonely night.
Got to cook the mac and cheese again, Robert.